Hello there. Oh, fuck, I don't have Optifine. Oh well, anyways, you might pair, I'm Crew, welcome back to another video. Um, the fuck, I decided that today, I'm going to be talking about liminal spaces. Because recently I've been trying to get into them. Should I play with F1 on, or not? Let's not, sure. Anyways, this is a custom map made by, well, me and myself and only I. We're using the immersive portals mod. If you want to know more about that, I'll talk about that at the end. So don't worry about that if you're really that interested. I think I'm just walking in circles. Oh well. Anyways, let's actually start off the video with explaining the difference between the backrooms and liminal spaces, because I think they're a lot more important than people give them credit for. So a liminal space is basically an in-between space, when you're not at point B yet, but you're not on point A anymore either. It's in between. Such things are like, I don't know, hallways, which are meant to connect to actual places. You know, just the road in general. Open fields are usually also somewhat in that category, because you're not going to stay there usually. Of course, there are people that, do, but most of the time you would just, pass by, maybe on a walk or something. The backrooms is a specific type of liminal space added together with monsters and an intricate level system, factions, basically politics, persons of interest, all that kind of stuff. So basically just liminal spaces, but with stuff added to it, and a lot more memes around it as well. Well, so I think that explains the difference between the two pretty well. Sometimes backrooms also aren't liminal spaces, they're just infinite spaces. But yeah. Also, a little more to liminal spaces. Often they also contain like these impossible kind of spaces. Like if I go and turn a corner and I'm in the same room again, then yeah, that's obviously not a thing. And why do we do that if all that liminal space really means is in between? Well, in order to actually give you what could best describe as liminal horror. These rooms are always infinite in expanse and completely empty. That's something that you don't even find and is physically impossible, because obviously there has to be an end at some point. So if you're already playing around with physically not feasible things, you might as well even break physics a little more. Which, kudos to you if you want to do that. Also, quick mention before we actually get into the main part. Yeah, this one's very quick though. We got some new art from Mr. James. So yeah, thanks for that if you're watching this, man. Great job. I love that little guy down there. It's amazing. He looks so happy, and at the same time so tired, which sums me up really well. Alright, let's actually get into my experience with liminal spaces. So first I was obviously, as most people that have anything to do with that, introduced to the backrooms, right? Just infinite expanse, and it got me interested. It really got me interested. One time, me and my sister, we were like, I think in Denmark, with the entire family obviously, but we were in Denmark, and there was this elevator over there, and it went downstairs, and we knew it went downstairs because we clicked on the button that moves downstairs. So we head downstairs in this small thing, in an elevator, and there's a door down there, and we open it and it leads to a parking garage. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but one of the main 9 levels, which is the first 9, is a parking garage, or at least it somewhat looks like one. And there was no one there, and it looked super creepy, and we couldn't really tell where it was ending because we didn't really step too much into it. We're like, okay, this shit looks like a backrooms level, and we're heading back. Obviously, we kind of exaggerated when we did that. Obviously, it was just more fun to be like, this looks backrooms, let's head back before we die. We're like, man, this is kind of creepy. Maybe we should not touch someone else's car. That sounds like a bad idea. Well, anyways, we left. Yeah. So that's experience. So recently I've been trying to actually get back into liminal spaces specifically, not backrooms, because I don't know, I don't really need the monsters if the rooms are already like really interesting and like gives you this feeling of being lost. That's already what I'm looking for. Yeah. I found a lot of videos explaining liminal spaces, explaining the horror between them, some that explain the actual opposite, being like, this shit ain't scary, here's why. But all in all, I didn't find what I was looking for. And I don't mean that I didn't find any liminal space videos or background videos, because I found plenty. I just didn't find anything that well, hit me the way I wanted to. What would I want to? Well, that's a really difficult question to answer, because I don't know. I tried answering that question myself, because obviously it's very interesting if you're looking for something, like what exactly do you want anyways? But yeah, I wasn't sure, so I sat back down and thought about it before recording this video, and while building this horrible map, if you want to call that. I have a bigger one planned for this as well. So I mean, the map name is literally liminal mini 1. So in case I ever make a second one. Regardless, let's get back to the point. I think what would really strike me as the perfect liminal space experience. For that, we also first, I think, need to mention what my idea is for a perfect liminal space. Like, what really strikes that? Because obviously, if I just go into a hallway, it is a liminal space, but that's not what we're talking about here, is it? Obviously not. Liminal space is, in case actually be interesting in this specific conversation, in rather infinite, or at least apparently infinite, space that is also devoid of other beings. No rats, no birds, no people, just empty. Obviously, something is going to be inside of it. Whether it be trash, or paper, fucking I don't know, a Rubik's Cube lying on the floor. Who knows, really? But well, the main point is that there's nothing that's specifically tethering you to the here and now, which is what I think actually makes it so that liminal spaces normally, even if they do seem infinite, are less scary if you're with someone, right? Because if you're with someone, you're not alone. You wouldn't notice if you were frozen in time if there was nobody else around you, right? Because they are moving, you are moving, so clearly everything's fine. But if there's nobody around, then maybe you're just not actually going anywhere. I mean, what if you're just passing the same 2 doors the entire time? You wouldn't know. There's no one around to signal to you that everything is okay. Or if something is wrong, that's exactly that. Something is wrong. No one's around. You're alone. So yeah, that's why that's what I would call a perfect liminal space in this regard. Devoid of other people that are tethering to you to now and signaling everything is fine. and obviously seemingly infinite. But I think just being in a room like that wouldn't really do me good. Right? If I looked up where to find one and went there right now, first off, it would probably not be empty, considering that I'm probably not the only guy who searches for stuff like that. But more importantly, I would be there on purpose. And I think that takes away whatever you're looking for, ever. And if your goal is to, be spooked out, be weirded out by a game, so you look up a game that does exactly that, the effect is gonna be a lot less extreme than when you just play a game and it hits you the way you want it to. Right? Because you were expecting this to happen. You were looking for exactly what you came for, and wow, surprise is there, fucko. So yeah, I think in order to actually get this experience, I would somehow stumble randomly into one of those. I think that would hit me the way I really want to be in. Because yeah, I can look at videos, I can look at pictures, I can read texts about them, but what's good is that? I can't change what the text is. I can just move through the picture and see what is actually going around left and right. The video, the camera doesn't move the way I want to. Obviously, then there's the section of just, playing a game. And some games are really immersive when it comes to that. I'm very happy with that, I'll be honest. I have some games wishlisted that I'm hoping will give me somewhat of what I'm looking for in the regards of liminal spaces, but we'll have to see. It's a genuine problem with games, is that they're obviously limited by their code, right? If I don't code that I can move only my right arm, then well, I can't only move my right arm. It's not going to be a thing. So once again, you're limited in your options to move around these spaces, which isn't quite what I'm looking for. I want basically full reign in an infinite, or well, seemingly infinite empty space like that. I'm not quite sure why that is what I'm looking for. I couldn't tell you at all. I have absolutely no clue. Might have it from my grandma. Yeah, she seems like the kind of person that would just like that as well. It's the same thing with just doors. Like, oh, there's a door that I'm probably not supposed to be in, but there's nothing telling me I'm not supposed to go through the door, so if I can go through the door, might as well. It's the same thing with open doors. It's like, it's already telling me what's behind it. What if I actually go and look? I've entered one or two places that I should not have entered because the door was open. It's a nightmare to go on travels with me. My class and courses would know. It's like, where the fuck is he? And I just saw a random alleyway and was like, yo, what's there? Just took a right and left everybody else there. I do be like that. I think I'm just walking in circles. Well, whatever. Not like it's important anyways. Not going to go anywhere either way, so. I've been walking around these halls a little, trying to figure out what to say next. Because I kinda got lost somewhere. And I also realized that for if I just walk in silence, it actually feels a little too fast. So I applied slowness to give a little bit of a nicer effect. Look at this. This is way better. It doesn't feel as rushed. Well, regardless of my little preferences when it comes to moving speed, Yeah, I was going to say something, but I had no fucking idea. Oh man. Let me thank Jay again for helping me out with this beautiful, beautiful guy down there. Man, that guy looks almost as handsome as I do. Uh, right. You agree, don't you? That this looks better than okay, sure, yeah, fuck off. I know that guy down there looks more appealing than my fucking Minecraft character. Okay. After all, this character's only blocks and pixels. Shit up. I don't need you to tell me. Fuck you, Spider-Man. Well, considering I don't really have anything to specifically talk about, first off, I'll give you a little, just, walking around in silence, so you can enjoy just the ambience. I think I'll also hit up F1. So yeah, you can enjoy that, or you can skip to the timestamp that is on screen literally right now. Alright. Yep. What the hell is that? What? Huh? Huh? Excuse me? How the fuck is this happening? I don't have any mods that do this. I have no idea why it looks like that. That's kind of funny though. I think I'll keep that. Oh. Why in the world? What was I saying? Alright, yeah, I was going to give you a rundown of how I built the map, how it works. If you couldn't tell yet, this was more or less obviously made with the immersive portals mod. I love this. This looks so weird. Yeah, let's just take a look outside. Alright, here we are. Yep, it's 3 of these things, because 1 wasn't enough. And this is the one I originally built, but it's been modified. Regardless, basically I just built one of these, then copied it and pasted it 3 times. I put portals on all the ends, and then I just went up to one, we're like, alright, let's connect this with, I don't know, fucking that. these would not connect that nicely, I believe, actually. Never mind. Maybe I did just connect these. I didn't. Okay. What did I connect? These two I connected, apparently. Well, yeah, as you could probably guess from the way I'm talking about this, I have no idea what is connected to what. I just went across the map and was like, okay, you with that, and works. Which obviously led to some problems down the line, because, you know, I had some that were not facing the correct directions to one another. So I had to bend a few a little. I could have just, you know, run this over here and then made a turn around and connected it then. Instead I decided to be like this. Because why not? Yeah, but most of this is more or less just the way it's usually. Yeah. We also have these, which, you know, these two stairs be connected, and this one's connected with some random ass hallway. Yeah, it's not that hard to do, especially together with World Edit. Like I said, I just copied one of them and pasted them in 2 more times. This one is also flipped. I typed // flip. Yeah, but I need to copy something first, and then I pasted it again over here. And yeah, immersive portals mode really be helping though. I used a portal helper even though you're not really supposed to be using the portal helper anymore. You're like supposed to use the wand and commands, but I didn't really know anything about those yet, and I didn't want to waste even more time figuring them out before making this video, so I just went with this. This obviously still took like a good amount of time. A lot of placing wood. Like this. And then again, and then boom, you have something. Wood. Let me just break this real quick. Yeah. I was just going, doing something else, making a liminal map, which is a liminal 1 and liminal 2. I haven't finished one, I just started another one because I was going insane anyways. And then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna finish that before I wanna record. So I'm just gonna make another one, and this is liminal mini. It also has a completely different way of working, a bit more of a simple and quick one to do, because just connecting the ends of a couple of hallways is like quicker than building intricate structures and shit. So yeah, that's about it for this. If I just pop in here, I'm back inside as if nothing ever happened. As if I was never outside. Then walk in circles for 5 hours until I'm free again. So yeah. Now that we're here, let's actually take a look at liminal 1, which is made out of bookshelves. Inspired by a little post I saw online. Though I couldn't find it again, so, well, it looks pretty nice. Got some interesting vibes to it. I'm still missing like these 3 sections. I'm copy it and paste it in a bunch of times and connect the ends with portals. This is probably gonna take me like about 2 hours, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. I'm not quite happy with all the parts that I've built, so I'm gonna have to do some reworking here and there to fix a couple of things, but overall, it shouldn't be that crazy amount of time, you know. Now what is going to take crazy amount of time is liminal 2, which is a cobblestone one. Both of these are pretty old blocks, but it's kind of what I'm going for, you know, hitting up with a little nostalgia as well. I think it would actually hit even better if I activate, hold on, if I heat up with the older textures for the blocks as well. Man, this hit different. Well, this is just for now. I was testing out whether these linked up on both the sides nicely, and they do. So I can actually remove this now. I'll do that in a minute when we're done here. So yeah, I basically just go around and just build a room, and then I'm like, what if on the opposite side that room was there? So I do this one, for example. Okay, let me actually remove the floor for this one. That's kind of important. And this one doesn't have a floor. For that one, I'm still kind of undecided. So basically, as you can see right now, there's a void here. But actually, if everything is linked up, the top would be the bottom again. And infinitely long, of course, it is. So this rest of the pillar and bottom half of the pyramid, I guess, thingy, will then be up here. I just started building and I was like, what if I did that for the floor? And then I was like, well, the floor is up there, so I'm just gonna put that up there. Wasn't really that big of a deal. Yeah, now this floor goes good. This wall has to be because it's also on the other side. We have this thing, but I don't know. We have this, which is pretty neat. We got this, which is inspired by bookshelf section. We also have this, which is just a weird water room. Why is this here? Well, what am I building up here? What is this? I don't even remember putting it here. Oh well. Guess I'll go deal with that some other time. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Oh god, there's only death down here.